Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have shared my screen also. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Hope all of you are well. Okay, so let me start with the things we have done in the last class. So actually we have started with the method of variation of parameter, means whenever we are given non-homogeneous higher order differential equation with constant coefficients, at that time we can use either the method of variation of parameter or method of undetermined coefficients. So today we have started already with this variation of parameter method, in which suppose you are given any differential equation of this type. In that case, this P1, P2, Pn are constant quantities, and this is nth order differential equation you are given together with the right hand side function as r of x. In that case, how to solve these equation? So for that, first you have to consider its or homogeneous part, means left hand side you equate it to 0. From that one you are able to find out the auxiliary equation, from which you can, from the roots, nature of the roots, you can determine the complementary function. We will denote it with yc. Then if it is non-homogeneous in nature, then particular integral is given by u1 y1 plus u2 y2 plus up to plus un yn, where these ui's are given by integration wi upon w into right hand side function r of x dx, where w means it is a Wronskian, which is the solutions which your functions which is involved in the complementary function, that is y1 y2 yn, and then succeeding rows will be further derivative of order 1 2 3 and so on up to n, in which wi is corresponds to the ith column is replaced by 0 0 0 up to last entry will be 1. So that is what the method of variation of parameter we have considered. So while solving these integrals, you will have ui's, and after substituting it in yp, you will have particular integral. We will denote it with p dot I dot particular integral. And finally, the solution is given by general solution, which is summation of complementary function plus particular integral, right? So it is yc plus yc, yc plus yp, sum of complementary function and particular integral. After that, we have considered the examples also in the last class based on this method. So the first one we have taken is this one. Second one we have taken it as this one, which is cubic differential equation. So in that one, this wi's and w's will be corresponds to 3 cross 3 determinant that we have seen, right? And after that we have considered this also. Let us see some more examples so that method of variation of parameter gets clear to you. Okay, so for that one we have to consider this example. This we have done in the last class, e raised to x sine x. Let me just check. Yes, that is what the right hand side function we are given. So that example was the last example in the previous class. So I will start with this sixth example. Apply the method of variation of parameter to solve d square plus 1y is equal to sec x. Okay, so let me write it down. So example is solve d square plus 1y is equal to sec x using method of variation of parameter, right? I will just write this one. So can I give you 5 minutes or 7 minutes? Do you want to try this example by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So do it so that you can have the confidence about this method, right? So first you have to consider the homogeneous part, then auxiliary equation, then yc, that is complementary function. Once you get the complementary function, please verify it with me. Then go for the particular integral. What is the complementary function you are getting?
C1 cos
C1
x
cos
plus
x plus
C2
C2
sin
sin
x.
x.
Very good. That is the correct one. You can now go ahead for particular integral, for which you confirm about your answer for W1 and W2.
W is 1, W1 is minus sin x, and W2 is cos x.
Just wait. I will just write it down. Yes, so what is W? What is W you are getting? 1.
1
Okay. W1
minus sin x.
minus sin x, correct?
And W2 cos x.
Yes, now you can go ahead for particular integral. Let me know how many of you got the correct complementary function. Please raise your hand. और अभी भी किसी को डाउट है कि ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन कैसे आया है, समझ में नहीं आता है, तो बता दीजिए अभी अनम्यूट करके मुझे, क्योंकि दिस इज द थिंग विच यू आर गोइंग टू consider in your first semester first unit test also, and this will be carry forward for the entire higher order, because whether it is non-homogeneous or homogeneous, you have to consider the complementary function. Any one of you having any doubt regarding this complementary function? Okay, those who obtained this complementary function, they can go for the particular integral. Those who are not able to get it, I will solve it for you again. Okay, yes, so here I can write since it is a complex root we have, so therefore we can write this is a complex root, therefore we can write the complementary function as, actually whenever, let me recall, whenever you have complex roots in the conjugate pair in the form of p plus iq, at that time the corresponding solution is given by e raised to px into c1 cos x
C1
plus,
cos qx plus
yes,
E2 sin qx.
sin qx. Very good. So in that case, if you compare it with plus or minus I, then p is 0 and q is 1, right? So it is e raised to 0x c1 cos q is 1, so q into 1, that q into x, that is 1 into x, plus c2 sine 1 into x. So ultimately this is nothing but c1 cos x plus c2 sine x. So this is what the complementary function. I will give this as 1. Now, for the particular integral, by method of variation of parameter, we will write first the formula by method of, but before that we'll require W1 and W2. So let me consider that first. Then we will write down the formula so that we can directly substitute the values in that expression, right? So consider Wronskian, that is W, which is by definition, here two functions are there, right, in the solution set. So let us consider y1x as cos x and y2 of x as sin x. Means these two functions we have to involve, which is in the complementary function solution set we are having. So by the Wronskian definition, it will be this one and this one. So this is cos x sin x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x, and sin x derivative is cos x. So cos square plus sin square x, which is 1. This is different from 0, therefore y1 and y2 are linearly independent, right? You can write. Now let us consider W1. W1 क्या होगा?
Cos x sin x minus sin x cos x.
Very good. Are you saying W1 or W?
Okay, W1 0 sin x 1 cos x.
Yes, means first column W1 we are considering with respect to suffix. So in that sense, first column will be replaced by 0 and 1, and other column remains as it is, that is from the Wronskian we can say. So this is 0 minus sin x, this determinant is, so minus sin x, and W2 is nothing but, similarly here second column will be replaced by 0 1, first column will remain as it is, as it in the Wronskian, so it is cos x and cos x with the positive sign and sin with the negative sign, so sin x. So when you solve it, you will have cos x as the W2. So therefore by method of variation of parameter, what is the formula? Yp is equal to, tell me.
u1x, y1x plus u2x, y2x.
Yes, so directly we will substitute here y1x into integration of w1 upon w2 r of x dx. This is what we have done in the last class also. Directly we have substituted. If you want to go for that formula u1 y1 plus u2 y2 and so on, you can go, right? And here it will be y2x into the u2, and u2 is nothing but w2 upon w r of x dx. So y1x is nothing but, what is y1x? Oh, here you can see it is cos x and y2x is sin x, right? So let us substitute this value, cos x integration, what is w1? Minus sin x, w is 1. What is right hand side? We have, that is sec x dx plus y2 is nothing but sin x. So sin x into integration of w2. W2 is nothing but cos x upon Wronskian is 1 sec x dx. So you can complete this cos x. I can consider negative sign outside of it. So this is minus sin x upon cos x. So what is it? Integration will be what?
Minus log more
ln
tan.
sec x.
Minus sign I should consider, or
ln cos x.
ln cos x. Actually, you can see that whenever in the denominator will have cos, this is sec x is nothing but 1 upon cos x. So cos x in the denominator, numerator is its derivative, that is minus sin x. So it is of the kind f dash x upon fx dx. So in that case, this integration is given by log function, right? Similar, this one will be inverse of, these two functions are inverse of each other, so it is just this one, right? So this is what the yp is. So I can write, I have given, let me see, yc as 1 I have given, but let me correct it to 2 because 1 I have already given to the differential equation. So, and let us give this as 3. So I can write from 2 and 3, the general solution of 1 is y is equal to yc plus yp. So yc we have c1 cos x plus c2 sin x plus yp is nothing but this one. So it is cos x ln cos x plus x sin x. So this is what the general solution we have, right? Where c1 and c2 are constant, you can write. So this is what the complete solution of the differential equation which we are asked to solve, right? So sixth one is done. Let us consider now seventh one. Apply the variation of parameter to solve second order differential equation you are given, right? So first find out complementary function and then the particular integral. And please verify your complementary function. Here you have to be careful because this will involve the multiple roots. Any one of you got the complementary function yc?
e to the power minus 2x into c1 plus x c2.
E to the minus power 2x plus,
X c2 e to the power minus 2x into x.
yes, I will advise you one thing, always keep your constant quantities to the left hand side and after that you write down the functions of x, whatever you are having, right? So this is what the yc. How many of you got this correct complementary function? Please raise your hands. Okay. Good. Means now you are confident about this complementary function, which is this topic is involved in the first unit test, right? It is up to the syllabus is already mailed to you. I hope that you got it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in this
Ma'am,
section,
the
yes,
syllabus for the test and the midterm exam are the same.
means same means
Ma'am, there is also I think there is a quiz of maths
yeah,
on
yes.
site.
For the quiz also it will remain same.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so let me solve this one. So the homogeneous part. Suppose I give this as 1. So homogeneous part of 1 is given by d square plus 4d plus 4 into y is equal to 0. Therefore, auxiliary equation is m square plus 4m plus 4 is equal to 0, right? Always you consider first homogeneous part, then the auxiliary equation. Don't write directly the auxiliary equation, because auxiliary equation will not have any kind of importance if there is a no homogeneous part, right? Because whenever we talk about the auxiliary equation, it has to be come from the homogeneous part of the differential equation. So from this one you can write this as this is perfect square of m plus 2, and from that one I can say minus 2 and minus 2 are two roots which are real and repeated. So while writing its complementary function, first we will consider the function corresponds to this one, that is minus 2 plus, now since it is repeated in nature, I have to multiply it with x to make it linearly independent, right? So this is what the complementary function, I will give this as 2. So after that we have to consider now Wronskian. So consider W. Any one of you got the answers of W and W1, W2? What is W?
e to the power minus 2x.
Yes, e to the power minus 2x. What about every one of you are getting this as W?
e to the power minus 4x.
E to the power minus 4x. Any other answer? E to the power minus 4x is the correct one. So don't confuse with the determinant part, okay? W1?
X into e power minus 2x.
Yes, that is the correct one. And W2?
E power minus 2x.
Yes. So that is the correct one. Those who have obtained these three as the correct values, they can go for the particular integral. I am solving here the Wronskian. So by definition, it is y1, y2, y1 dash and y2 dash. So right. Before the statement consider, I will consider let y1 of x is equal to e raised to minus 2x, that is this function, and y2 of x as x e raised to minus 2x, means constant quantity के अलावा जो भी आपको functions of x मिल रहा है, that you have to consider as y2. So here it is e raised to minus 2x and here it is x e raised to minus 2x. So while considering the derivative, it is minus 2 e raised to minus 2x, and here first derivative of x is 1, so as it is e raised to minus 2x, and then x as it is and derivative of e raised to minus 2x, so minus 2x e raised to minus 2x, right? So you can see that from this one I can write it as, first of all, e raised to minus 2x I can consider common for both of these expression, or you can multiply it accordingly. So This is nothing but e raised to minus 4x minus 2x into e raised to minus 4x. That is the cross multiplication of the main diagonal, minus minus plus, and this is 2x e raised to minus 4x. So this quantity gets cancelled. This is e raised to minus 4x, which is never 0 because exponential function will be never 0. Therefore, you can write y1 and y2 is linearly independent. This set is linearly independent. After that, we have to calculate W1 and W2, right? So let me consider now W1. So now W1 is equal to, first row column will be considered as 0, 1. Second column, that is same as the column of W, which is x e raised to minus 2x, and e raised to minus 2x, I can write it as 1 minus 2x. So this is 0 minus x e raised to minus 2x, right? It is with the positive sign or negative sign?
Negative sign, ma'am.
Yes. So that this is 0 and minus, yes. And W2 will be with e raised to minus 2x, minus 2 e raised to minus 2x, and 0 and 1. So this is e raised to minus 2x minus 0. So that is what the W2, right? So now we have to compute the particular integral. So by method of variation of parameters, yp is given by y1 of x into integration of w1 upon w2 r of x dx plus y2 of x integration w2 upon w r of x dx. So that is equal to, I will start writing from here. What is y1 and y2 we have considered? So this you can see y1 and y2 are e raised to minus 2x, x into e raised to minus 2x respectively. So here let me substitute it, e raised to minus 2x, and I will write it x e raised to minus 2x as y2, right? Okay, after that w1, what is w1? I have written it over here, x e raised to minus 2x. Wronskian we got as e raised to minus 4x, right? So let us just verify it once again. Here it is Wronskian, e raised to minus 4x. Right hand side function we have e raised to minus 2x upon x square, right? Plus y2, that is x e raised to minus 2x. In the integration w2 is e raised to minus 2x, e raised to minus 4x as w. Right hand side equation is e raised to minus 2x upon x square dx. So let us simplify this. I have already told you in the previous class also, don't consider this kind of cancellations because remember there is an integration sign in between. So you cannot consider such type of cancellation, right? But you can see that e raised to minus 2x and e raised to minus 2x, two functions are in the numerator which will be cancelled out with this denominator, right? And here also the same quantity will be cancelled out. So simplification will be, see here, minus sign I will consider outside of the integration. X upon x square is nothing but 1 upon x dx plus x e raised to minus 2x is the term as it is, and here in the integration it will be 1 upon x square dx. What is integration of 1 upon x?
ln x.
Log x.
Ln x plus integration of 1 upon x square
Minus 1 upon x.
minus 1 upon x. So I will consider negative sign over here, right? or you can consider it here also. So x gets cancelled. So I can write it as minus e raised to minus x. If I consider common from both of this term, then it is ln x plus 1. Right? So this is what the particular integral. I will give this as equation number 3. So I can write from 2 and 3 the general solution of 1 is y, which is yc plus yp, that is it is c1 e raised to minus 2x plus c2 x e raised to minus 2x minus e raised to minus 2x ln x plus 1, right? c1, c2 are constants. So that is how the example will be solved. In your list, the 8th example considered in third order differential equation, which is very lengthy. We have seen the solution since it is given with the together with this initial conditions, right? Still we need, since 3 constant quantities will be involved, so one more condition also will be required to have the particular solution. So instead of this, consider this as the example. Please make a correction in your file also. I have already shared this file with you. The example is y double dash minus 2y dash plus y is equal to e raised to x log x. So here consider the first homogeneous part and then solve the particular integral. I am giving you 5 minutes to solve this one. One by one, in each and every steps, you verify your answers.
Ma'am,
Yes,
what is y of 0?
here it is not given. Initial conditions are not given, just you will get the general solution.
Okay, ma'am.
Consider this as the example right now. Anyone got the complementary function?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it?
C1 e raised to x plus C2 x e raised to x.
Yes, it is the correct one. Means you can judge from this one that roots will be 1 and 1, repeated roots. Anyone has computed this Wronskian?
Yes, ma'am.
What is
E
it?
raised to x.
W is e raised to 2x.
E raised to 2x or e raised to x?
E raised
E
to
raised to
x, I
2x.
think.
E raised
E
to
raised to
2x.
2x is the correct.
2x.
Yes. W1
Minus x e raised to x.
minus x e raised to x.
W2 is e raised to x.
Yes, correct. Now, the particular integral. Okay, please mute yourself. Okay, let me solve for those students who are not able to get it. So first of all, consider, I will give this as equation number 1. Consider the homogeneous part of 1, that is, I can write directly in the operator form, right? So d square minus 2d plus 1y is equal to 0. So therefore, auxiliary equation is m square minus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0, which is the perfect square of m minus 1, and therefore m is equal to 1 comma 1. The roots are repeated as well as real, therefore yc, which is complementary function, is c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to x, but now it has to multiply with x, right? I will give this as 2. Now to compute the particular integral, we need Wronskian as well as W1, W2 and so on. And for that I need to consider y1 and y2. So let us consider y1 of x, which is the solution function involving the complementary function, that is e raised to x, and y2 of x, which is the another function involved in complementary function, that is x e raised to x, right? So therefore I can write, therefore Wronskian is given by y1 y2 y1 dash y2 dash is equal to e raised to x, x e raised to x, derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, derivative of x is 1, e raised to x as it is, plus x as it is, derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So when you solve this, this is nothing but e raised to 2x plus e raised to 2x into x minus cross multiplication x e raised to 2x. So this is nothing but e raised to 2x, which is never 0, being an exponential function. So therefore I can write y1 y2 is linearly independent. Now our next target is to consider w1. So first row will be replaced by 0 1, other column will remain as it is in the Wronskian. So e raised to x 1 plus x. So 0 minus x e raised to x will be the determinant, and W2 I can write it as first column as it is, and second column will be replaced by 0 1, so it is e raised to x, right? So from this one now we can determine by variation of parameter method the particular integral yp is given by y1 of x w1 upon w r of x dx plus y2 of x w2 upon w r of x dx. किसी को solution मिल गया है?
Yes, ma'am.
yp, what is it?
E raised to x, x square by 4 plus
just wait. I will write it over here. E raised to x
into x square by 4 plus e raised to x into x square into log x by 2 minus x e raised to x log x.
Okay.
Into x.
Into x.
Yes.
In the last term.
Yes.
Okay. Let us. How many of you got this as the answer? Please raise your hand. Particular integral I am talking about. Okay. Let us see to it. Let us substitute all these values first. y1x. What is y1x we have considered? That is e raised to x into integration w1. w1 is minus x e raised to x upon w. w we got it as e raised to 2x, right? So e raised to 2x into r of x. r of x is nothing but e raised to x log x dx plus y2 we have taken it as x e raised to x integration w2. w2 is e raised to x. Wronskian we have e raised to 2x. Right hand side function is e raised to x log x dx, right? So let us solve it. So you can see that e raised to x in the numerator, it will cancel out with the denominator. So now the simplified quantity is minus sign I can consider common x log x dx plus x e raised to x integration of log x dx. So now we have to solve it by integration by parts, right? Both of this. You can remember the integration of log x directly, you can substitute, but for this one we have to consider the integration by parts, in which we will consider this as u and this as v. So in that case, I will write it with the curly brackets. First, u as it is, that is log x as it is, integration of v, which is x square by 2 minus integration of derivative of log x, which is 1 upon x, into integration of v, so x square by 2 dx plus x e raised to x. Here you can consider, if you don't remember the formula of log x, in that case you can consider 1 as the integrand in the multiplication, so that now you can consider this as u and 1 as v function. So u as it is into integration of v, so 1 integration x minus integration of derivative of log x into integration of 1, which is x dx. So this is nothing but e raised to minus x log x square by 2 minus, if you see this one, 1 by 2 I can consider common, the remaining quantity is x and its integration is given by x square by 2 plus x into e raised to x as it is. After that we'll have the term x log x. Here this integrand will be cancelled out and just we remain with the quantity 1. Its integration is given by x. So let us simplify these things. So it is e raised to minus x log x square by 2 minus e raised to minus x square by 4 plus, let us multiply this with this one. So it is e raised to x. Right hand side, sorry, I have just made a mistake. This is with the positive
Ma'am, it
sign.
is, yes, minus will
Yes,
come.
yeah. So it is with the positive sign. So this is x square log x and minus x square e raised to x, right? So this quantity will be simplified with this one, and here also you can see e raised to x square log x, and here it is, I forgot to write x. This is e raised to x log x and x square quantity is there. So this will be also simplified with this one. So you can see e raised to x log x function into x square function I can take common. The remaining quantity is 1 by 2 plus 1 minus x square is also common, x e raised to x is also common. In that case, 1 plus 1 by 4 will be the remaining quantity.
Ma'am,
So,
there will be one minus sign
where,
with e is to x.
which term you are talking about?
Y1.
Just wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you for correcting it. So this is the negative sign. So while considering the negative sign, here it must be positive one. So let me rewrite this expression once again. Right, so here e raised to x, x square, then log x if I consider, then this is minus 1 by 2, and from here it is plus 1 plus e raised to x, x square quantity if I consider common, then this is minus 1 by 4 minus 1. I have merged this one and this one and this with this one, right? So it is e raised to x, x square, log x, and 1 by 2 will be the simplification, and here it will be with the negative sign, 3 by 4 e raised to x, x square. Give this as 3. In that case, the general solution of 1 y is equal to yc plus yp, which is c1 e raised to x plus c2 x e raised to x plus 1 by 2 e raised to x, x square, log x minus 3 by 4 e raised to x, x square. So this is what the solution corresponding to the given problem, where C1 and C2 are arbitrary constants. Right? So you can see from this example that you have to be very careful while computing the integrations as well as the Wronskian and WIs. Right? Let me know from this example the variation of parameter method is clear to everyone. Please raise your hand. Very good. So in the classwork example, the examples are over. Actually, we have considered 7 examples, 6 or 7 examples for this variation of parameter, right? So after that, now in the in this week we have on Thursday, I think, a lecture, right? So what you want me to do, whether I can go forward for the next method or you want me to keep one doubt solving session? Tell me. What do you want?
You can keep going.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So if you want still a doubt, we can keep, let me know if you want, if you have a doubt, you can write your answers in the chat box. Some of the students already solving those practice work example, and they, if they have a doubt, they ask me the query in the chat box and I am replying to it. But if many of you having doubt regarding this first unit test, then you can tell me, some of your classmates having my number, so that we can arrange one doubt solving session on Saturday or Friday, whenever you are free, right? So now if you don't have a doubt, you can leave this meeting. I will start with the undetermined coefficient method in the next class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Um,
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome all of
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.